Welcome back, everyone, to even more creepy corners of the internet. On August 6th, 1991, the internet as we know it was born. That was the day the first website with the World Wide Web moniker was used, or invented, I suppose. What's crazy to think about is the very first website is still up and running for us to check it out today, as if it's an ancient relic from a bygone time. In some aspects, I suppose it is. I mean, just taking a look at it, this looks nothing at all like what a website looks like now. You'd think the very first website on the internet would have a lot more fanfare and intrigue into it, but unfortunately, the internet isn't treated like its actual history and art. Many websites, even ones that you and I visited when we were younger, are probably gone and erased forever, no traces of it existing except for the help of the people at the Wayback Machine. That's why today, as we explore even more creepy corners of the internet, I want to take you all through websites that have been forgotten to time. They are their own little exhibit. While some of these may still be getting updates to this day, they have definitely been around for a lot longer than you'd expect. But before we even get started, I'd like to give a content warning. This video isn't going to be as funny and laughable as the last one was. The topics and subjects talked about in this episode will be much darker. So, this is your appropriate content warning as it is. There will be mentions and depictions of uncomfortable subject matter that I think are worth giving a warning for. So, without further ado, let's get started as I take you back to 1996.
Decision 96, election night continues.
Good evening, we're back, and we can project now in the state of Alabama. It goes into the Dole column. It's 9 electoral votes. Bob Dole needs to see that kind of...
The U.S. presidential election of 1996 saw the re-election of now former President Bill Clinton. But that's not who we're talking about right now. Instead, we're going to focus on his opponent, Bob Dole. You see, what's important about the election of 1996 is, for the first time, politicians now have a platform to speak directly to the people. And that's exactly what Bob Dole tried to do on his website.
Welcome.
Yes, what you're seeing right now is a website from 1996, completely untouched almost 30 years later. It's honestly kind of fun to look through his policies and what he was fighting for in the 90s, as so much of US politics and I guess worldwide politics have changed. There's even a funny little zinger about how Bill Clinton joked about smoking marijuana on MTV, which wouldn't be such a big deal now, but must have been scandalous back then. Not every hyperlink on the website works, but the ones that do show a different picture of how the internet and politics were just back then. One of my absolute favorite things that this website has is on the Dole story page, you can actually recreate Bob Dole's wife's famous cookie recipe, which I think is hilarious and wholesome. There used to be hyperlinks for making a political button, sending him a postcard, a crossword puzzle, and a Bob Dole trivia game. Most importantly though, the only thing that works on this page now are political campaign wallpapers for PCs, which, It seems like the last time this website was actually updated was November 5th, 1996, which also happened to be the night that Bill Clinton was re-elected president, so safe to say, I don't think they were looking forward to more news. What's the catch? What about this website has me so intrigued to want to put it on this video? Well, the truth of the matter is, Robert Joseph Dole passed away December 5th, 2021. I guess what keeps me the most intrigued about this website is the fact that the person who's the center of attention of it all isn't even around anymore. So, who pays to keep the lights on? This campaign hasn't been relevant since the 90s. So, what's going on here? I mean, his family's estate could more than likely be paying for it. His wife is still around, and I hope she's still making those famous cookies. I don't know. This website just feels like a time capsule. Something frozen in time for us to see forever. Whether you agree with his policies or not, especially with how much harsher they were back in the 90s, I think it's just important to see that this one tiny little glimpse of time is still around for us to look at today. But US politics from the mid to late 90s into the early 2000s are where we're going next for this next website. Okay, I know. This video is about creepy corners of the internet, but that doesn't mean we can't have a little fun with it. Welcome to gwbush.com. To give a quick little history lesson for those who maybe don't know or are too young to even remember, George W. Bush was the president right after Bill Clinton.
I call upon all nations to do everything they can to stop these terrorist killers. Now watch this drive.
I actually discovered this website from the bumper sticker of a used car that my friend bought, funnily enough. I didn't even try to find it through searching for topics for this video. This lies on the exact opposite side of the political spectrum from Bob Dole's platform. Everything about this website is very anti-George Bush.
It's a tough fight for president. That's why George W. Bush is taking off the gloves.
That's right, you mother.
Bare knuckles,
That guy's a mother.
bare face,
I never sucked in my life. Well, there was that one time.
bare bush.
God dang you little commie mother. I'm gonna rip your head off and down your neck. I'm gonna you in the and then down your throat, you little mother commie asshole pissant.
Just as you'd expect, not every link works on this website anymore, which is really unfortunate, because I would love some merchandise from here. What's funny to me though, is that the hyperlinks that actually still work and are still active are ones that take you to Counter-Strike and Valorant case-opening gambling websites. Just a weird observation that I have. The year is 1994. One of the biggest names in American football is now the center of national attention, as Orenthal James Simpson, or O.J. Simpson for short, is wanted for the murder of his ex-wife, Nicole Brown, and her colleague, Ron Goldman. This is one of the more famous crime cases in modern American history, not only just because O.J. was a prominent figure to the public eye, but the amount of information that was consistently coming in and being spread around across all major news publications across America, and maybe even the world. That's why it comes as no surprise that CNN had a website documenting and organizing all the major events that happened. What's weird though, is that they still have the website up for us to look at today. The main page of the website is a central hub for all the information regarding everything to do with this incident. There's bios tabs for O.J. Simpson himself and the two victims. And the final row has everything to do with the trial. The Players tab has information about all the jurors, lawyers, witnesses, everybody. It is a complete breakdown. If you scroll down to the very bottom of the main page too, you can find remnants of a comments section that's now been lost to time. The last time this was updated was October 6, 1995, so clearly there hasn't been any more discussions about this here. Though it is pretty interesting to see people's thoughts and opinions from back then. The only part of the website that doesn't work anymore, surprisingly enough, is the other views tabs. Here, there were active links regarding O.J. Simpson as a whole. There's an interview from Playboy magazine with him, a survey of people's thoughts and opinions on him, and a handful of other articles, either about the case or around it. Not a single link on this page works anymore. They all lead you to 404 messages or just to the homepage of each respective website. Just goes to show to my point earlier. Archiving parts of the internet really isn't a lot of people's priorities, unfortunately. Even regarding the bios of the people involved, there's even a page about the victims and their families. I just can't help but take a step back and think that these people's lives were shown off on a major news publication, like there's some fandom website or a Wikipedia page. There's even breakdowns of the murder as if it was being played out in real time. Hell, you can even download QuickTime files that are just animations of the crime scenes. If you do feel curious enough to go to this website, here's a bit of a warning for you. There are pictures and videos from the crime scenes, all uncensored.
File's done.
The final website in this video is planecrashinfo.com. In the beginning of this video, I mentioned that some websites may still be getting updates. Well, it's only this one that's consistently being updated. The entire purpose of this website is literally in the domain name. It just gives you information about plane crashes from around the world. It doesn't give just simple service level of information. It goes down into all the nitty-gritty of each crash. The most recent plane crash that happened occurred on July 8th, 2023. It goes down to the time, location, the amount of fatalities in the crash, all the information and what went wrong. What's also pretty morbid is the homepage has a This Day in Aviation Accident History tab. This tab changes every single day that you visit the website. I'm currently recording this on July 10th, and it tells me that in 1985, an Aeroflot Tu-154 crashed near Uchaduk, Uzbekistan after going into uncontrolled dive, killing all 200 people aboard. Everything on this website is really well organized and extensively well researched. They have subsections for famous people who've died in aviation accidents and has it all organized by decades, starting from 1910 all the way to 2020. There's a tab for the top 100 worst aviation disasters in history, which feels kind of gross to make a top 100 list of plane accidents, but I guess it's not technically wrong because it's going based off of fatality numbers. At the number 1 spot is the incidents of 9/11 and the collapse of the Twin Towers, which connects us all the way back to George W. Bush, doesn't it?
Watch this drive.
There's even a page of the last words spoken from the cockpit by the pilot or other crew members, and it's all organized by date. A lot of these are text transcripts, but there's a good amount of them that have the last words spoken as actual audio for you to hear. As morbid as a lot of this website will sound, it's actually really important for us to have a place like this to look at. There's over 6 million unique individual Wikipedia articles. With how vast and endless the information flow is on Wikipedia, having a place that's so specific about its information, such as planecrashinfo.com, is extremely helpful, as it keeps everything streamlined and informed all in one specific website, instead of having to find countless articles. It also serves its place as being a memorial for a lot of these people. I wouldn't have known of most of these incidents had it not been for me searching this website for information for this video. I personally believe in the preservation of documents like this. It also serves as a reminder that at one point in time, everyone's names and faces that are listed on this website were people that existed. Almost everybody on this website died against their will due to circumstances that were more than likely outside of their own control. A place like this serves as a memorial for them in many ways, and I think that's what makes it so important. Okay, let's finally address the elephant in the room. This is
Wire sound for wired people.
Yeah, that. Now, for the record, I've known about this project since maybe around 2015, and it's one of the reasons I actually was interested in making a video like this in the first place. Wired sound is an obscure and strange trip down an endless rabbit hole of glitch art inspired around the imagery of Serial Experiment Lane. The deeper you dig through this endless rabbit hole, the stranger and more corrupt it gets. Each visualization on the site is unique, and just about every single one of them is accompanied with a soundtrack to go along with it. And just to make sure that you guys visit this page and you give the creator the support that they deserve, I'm not going to play a single song for you, so you can go out there and discover it yourself. What I think really fascinates me about this website, and what has always drawn me back to it over the years, is the fact that it takes me back to a time before smartphones were the way that we access the internet all the time. The internet used to be a place where you had to actively look and search for places. Chat rooms were the only way you can talk to strangers, and clearly that's kind of a good thing. It's sort of died out just because of rampant catfishing and stuff like that, but I don't know. It just takes me back to a more intimate and cozy time. I guess maybe it's just that I like weird and abstract things, but I've just always been drawn to this place, and websites just like it. So, my final message before I close this whole segment out. Please check this place out, and please follow the creator in any other artistic endeavors they decide to go on. And also, please sign their guest book. I know for the creation of this video, I have personally. The internet is way broader than just opening up social media and YouTube, and has an endless amount of entertainment and interesting things to look at. While it's really easy to find yourself getting lost in all of it, I hope I have helped you discover some of the creepy corners of the internet. Hi. Thank you all so much for watching. You notice anything different about me? Huh? HD camera? Hey, it looks good, huh? Yeah. Also, you look different too. You look really good. Do you do something new with your hair? You've been working out? You look good. Keep it up. Keep it up. Hey, yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you guys remember, I don't know if you remember, but a few weeks ago, I put out a YouTube community post about how I lost like an entire video. That was this video. I was able to recover bits and pieces of it and basically just start it all over again from the first 5 minutes. So that sucked, but here we are. We live, we ball. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I try to get a video out at least once a month now. It's pretty hard. Mental health stuff kind of gets in the way, and life does its thing. Life's. You know what I mean? I might want to continue making more of these videos. I felt like I had to make at least 2 parts because I promised a part 2 in the first one, but who knows? Who knows what the future holds now? I had a lot of fun making this one, and I think these more script-driven commentary style videos were really fun. It was really fun to make this, so this might be the future. Who knows? I'm still gonna make gaming videos, obviously, but my timeline of the videos that I want to make and all that stuff is so very up in the air, so I'm not entirely sure what the future holds. But hey, I'm just happy you guys are here to watch it with me. Anyway, if you guys like this video, please consider dropping a like. It really means a lot to me. And if you have any input, any questions, any suggestions for future videos, please leave a comment for me. And if you're brand new to the channel, I'd love to chat with you and see what you got to say. Share this video around with your friends and your family. Share this video with your grandma. Grandma might enjoy this. Who knows? Who's to say? And if you're brand new to the channel, you like what I do, you like my weird little gaming videos, consider subscribing. It means a lot to me. You guys all mean a lot to me. Again, thank you all so much for your patience throughout every little mini hiatus I take. I try to get at least 1 video done a month. Might want to speed that process up a little bit, but I really appreciate it. More web exploration videos might be kind of the move. I had a lot of fun making this one. Who's to say I won't just continue making more stuff like this? And I think the internet is so unexplored. It's so just vast. I say that word a lot, but it's true. It's true. It's so big. There's so much to do and see. So who knows? Yeah, I'm just mumbling at this point. So why don't I just end the video right here?